Good evening and welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew. Are you hearing the pop-up sound in my audio your audio?
Sure
Yes.
am. Discord all the way, man. You
Let me
know,
go to
there are
streamer
some
mode.
things I miss about StreamYard, man. Us all dancing to the music. I mean, I kind of miss that. We don't get
Like,
to
I
see
like-
that in the background when the credits are rolling.
Yeah, I like the interface here, but I do notice even just typing and when the intro plays, it's a little bit choppy. Like the web interface through Restream is a little choppy. Why can't I? Oh, there it is, streamer mode. Let's enable that, and now we should be good. Okay. And am I choppy? No. All right.
Hey, we got
Let's
somebody
bring
coming in.
Hey.
Let's bring in 4 squares so we're even.
There you
Welcome,
go.
El Marie. Oh, your audio cut out. Your audio's in and out.
Oh no!
Chopping.
Oh, no.
You're chopping bad.
Like, is what? We're all gonna make fun of you now. Okay, we won't make fun of you.
Look at that
Whatever.
face.
Well, while
Sometimes
she's
a
getting
reboot
that,
helps.
let's let her
I'm
get
just
that
saying.
ready. Yeah, I never have to reboot, so I don't know what he's saying.
I haven't had a reboot since last night.
I had to reboot twice tonight. She's rebooting. Cooley, Ham Radio Tectonics, Bill, Jody, Ham Till It Hurts. WDF Radio's here. Lester, good to see you. 45, good to see you. Coder Jim, Cooley again. We got Ronnie, W4TRI. Ronnie might be the newest subscriber. Thanks for subscribing, Ronnie. Maybe came over from Tank Radio stream. Ham Radio 2.0. Jason, you're not first, but good try. Lee, welcome. Good to see you. And Cooley again. Jody, Douglas.
Hey, Ape.
The
That's
Ape
how he
is
sounds in
here.
real life.
Ape.
That explains today's net. Okay.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, I already know that Ape's been drinking already, so I don't trust anything he says. 45 Auto, Douglas Brooks, good to see you, brother. And that's it. We're all caught up. And Dawn, there we go. Good to see y'all.
Hey, Dawn.
Welcome.
Ape.
El Marie will get back after she reboots. I had to reboot. I rebooted after Frank's stream, which I always do, right after Jason or Frank's stream. And I had to reboot a second time for some reason. It's really weird. So I don't know. Anyway, welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew. Tonight is the first night of four weekly streams of preparedness in this September Preparedness Month. I didn't want to continue with the next chapter in the book because I did a couple chapters in 1 month. Even though I missed a month, I'm still ahead, and I don't want to finish it before the end of the year. Even though I probably should, because December I'll probably lose. Some people won't watch some of the episodes. But Arthur, welcome. So what I thought was, you know what? Maybe tonight, for the first of the 4 weeks of preparedness topics, why don't we do a little wheel spin Ragchew on preparedness topics, and we'll create some discussion and maybe come up with some thoughts and ideas of what everybody wants for the next 3 weeks. Then I can focus on creating better than Ape PowerPoints to talk about those preparedness topics.
Sounds good.
I'm just reading chat. All right. Let's see. Sean, welcome. Good to see you. Not working tonight?
Oh, my phone may go off. I make no promises.
You want me to call it?
All right, how many times? We have this discussion at every ham meeting we're at, so just how many times are we going to bet for tonight?
Sean's popular. See, I just see the call and I went, no, works tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I wish I could.
And Michael, how's it going?
It's going all right. I'm actually a little more pleased with the stream. Got little magic tools I can do now.
So you got a new setup. That's the awesome
Nice.
part.
I got a whole new setup, new camera, new everything. The camera is actually out of reach right now. And the cool part of the camera is this.
He has to do that so that he doesn't screw it up.
The cool part of the camera is this. I could do stuff like this now, and you can actually read my screen.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna
That's
post this.
amazing.
I'm gonna post this. It will be an affiliate link. So if you purchase it, it does come out of the channel or it does help the channel in a little ways. Amazon gives very little. But here's what's funny. Okay, so we found a webcam for Michael and had great reviews. I was suggesting Elgato, which is what I use for my project cam. And I thought, well, this one might be good. Great reviews, over 1,000 people, and looks like a good picture. So I sent this to him and he ended up buying this one. Welcome back, El Marie.
Hey, do I sound okay?
There, perfect.
Oh, you're
There we
perfect.
go.
Spot on.
Love it. Yeah, I just did a reboot.
That helped. That's what I had to do too. So, oh shoot, it's on the wrong screen. Hold on.
Oops.
So I just have to do that. One click of a button. I need to set that
Yeah.
up in my
And I paid $75 for this weekend. That's the product plus the tax. I got the same day.
yes, I told him, what was it, Saturday? I'm like, oh, buy it. You can get it same day deliver. So he did. And I pulled it up today. I was talking to Robert. We were kind of talking about good overhead cams like Project Cam, like my Project Cam, which is over here, which is for some reason looking right at my face.
And upside down. All right.
His brother, he's moving my Project Cam. My
He's hanging-
Project Cam.
He's hanging out.
You love me. You really love me.
I just had to test that real quick.
Wow.
Oh, anyway, he bought this one and it goes on sale the very next day. Look at that, $53. So it ends in 2 hours and
Oh,
31
wait, Michael,
minutes.
you bought that and you didn't
I
get
bought
the
that. That's
sale?
the camera I'm on now. Yes.
So
Yeah. That
So I
refresh
think
rate is
I should
good.
get a kickback for those cameras now that I'm advertising it. But I'm serious, El. Now I touched my camera. That's how far away from it is.
Oh, wow.
No-
Okay.
oh,
So
now
it's super zoomed.
So no, it's such a high resolution. I can sit here on my keyboard and just take, it's taking a huge area here.
I'm going to have to pull down a new video meme of Emperor's New Groove, no touchy, every time Michael tries to touch
Yeah.
his camera now.
No touchy.
So anyway,
touchy.
oh, I did
It's
it again.
working.
Sorry, guys. I got to change something on that.
You love me. You really love me.
I think he really loves that little button on his Elgato or Stream Deck.
No, it's you have to select one thing to not pop up every time you go to that channel. So
See, that's just me holding
not
up my
that
phone. See
screen.
how I'm out of focus? Watch how quickly it focuses.
yeah, it's a good camera.
It's a
Like-
great camera.
Yeah, camera.
It's a Sony sensor on it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got Sony internals, which is a good
And I
thing.
can lean back in my couch now. Before I couldn't do that with my old camera. So
So yeah, $53. I may just buy it as a backup. That's pretty good. All right,
well,
Elle,
The-
you had to jump off real quick. How are you doing? What's going on?
Good. This weekend I went fox hunting for the second time. Had a blast. The first time it was much faster to find the fox. This yesterday we were searching for like 3 hours, and it was in a park. Because fox hunting, they're mainly around schools and parks. Like it's a general tell to know if you're in the right area if you're in a park, because that's just where they're commonly hid. And but where we were, it was by this big park in McKinney, and then that old movie theater that's now being converted to a church off of 75. Big old parking lot. And so we're at this park, and they have that's by town square, and it's like a beautiful pond, big area. It's like, oh, it has to be here. And we just circled. We just ran around in circles, like, where the heck is it? We must be like walking right past it. It was actually in that parking lot behind the park. And normally you're thinking like, oh, it should be in the park because that's where they're normally hid. They're normally like strapped on trees on
Yeah.
chains or secured. But no, it was like in a crepe myrtle, like back end of that church parking lot now. And yeah, that was my weekend yesterday. And
did they
today I
have
just
it in?
studied for my general.
Oh, nice. What did they have it in? What kind of can or box or something?
It looks like those like ammo boxes.
Oh,
with, like the I don't know what shape it is. It's like that
Like
off.
waterproof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Who
weird.
hid it?
I don't know who hid Felicia. So we have there's 2 foxes with the McKinney Amateur Club. There's Felicia and Steve. I don't know who hunted or who hid Felicia.
Oh,
I
that's
forget.
where you got the names. I was wondering. We found Steve. I'm like, who's Steve? I didn't know you named your
Yeah, he was
foxes.
he was hanging
That's
out in a
okay.
tree.
You found the fox, Steve.
Yeah, Felicia
That's
the
funny.
fox and Steve. I don't know
That's
what's
funny.
so that was my weekend. So today I studied up for my general. Passed twice when I took it.
Nice.
But still got 2 weeks until the exam.
You know what?
And now editing a video.
As long as you're making 80 better, you got it. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I just need to keep getting 80s plus. I only took it twice, but just gotta keep consistent on that.
You shouldn't have an issue with
Oh,
that.
Ziggy! Ziggy's coming.
Uh-oh.
It's over.
Oh, wait. I'll be back.
Oh, I just thought of another.
Wait.
I just thought of another video meme
Is
when
it-
Jim Carrey says, and they're in the van in Dumb and Dumber, they see the hitchhikers, and he says, "Pick them up." I hope that I don't have this on all of them. I heard Ziggy coming in. I don't see him though.
I see him. Hi, Ziggy.
Oh, we see him.
You hear me?
Oh, because you're in here, I was looking for you on the right. Never mind. Never mind.
Ziggy.
Hey. It's a Modelo night, huh? Oh, it's better than a special.
There
It's
you
the
go.
dark roast.
Ape, you're
I'm a
not
dark roast
excused
kind
yet.
of guy.
Ape, you're not excused yet. Sorry.
Every
There was a
time Ziggy
question.
Me
comes on,
tonight.
We gotta do Modelo's. What are you drinking?
Green tea.
There
He's
was a
behaving.
question.
Are you feeling well?
Yeah. I'm just
Hold on.
old.
There was a
I'm
question
Cold in
about the
Florida.
camera. So Douglas asked, how does it attach? And I think it does tripod mount on the bottom, or it hooks on your monitor like most webcams, Douglas.
I actually have it on a tripod, but it does hook on your monitor. But the problem I had was it zoomed in so terribly much. I still need to back up here. So when I first tried it out, if I ran it directly into Restream, you would see every little pore. You would see the hair start growing out of the pore before it's even past the skin.
We zoom in.
I mean, it was like the creepiest stuff. I mean, you can see everything, and so I just backed way the heck up. And if I need to reframe myself, I just gotta move it around OBS just a little bit.
Paul,
found
you're reminding me of
my
like
new view.
those chin videos. Like you would put
Oh, those are
dots
awesome.
right
This will
here,
be my
and
new
it'd be
view.
upside
If I ever
down.
get into ASMR, then
Except we can't hear you.
that's right, because it cuts me out. Let's get that ready. That's right. Those chin videos are funny. To make some shorts now. Put some shorts like that. Do chin videos, L, on your channel.
Oh,
You could-
me? You're volunteering me?
You could trademark
Okay.
that on your channel for
I-
Ham Radio Chin.
I am
Chin
so
comedy.
okay not doing that.
Ziggy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Good
I
stream
just,
the other day.
I was a little. Thank you. I had a great time with Frank. By the way, I'll have to do that again. That was a blast.
Yeah,
He's a
That was
great
cool.
host. He really is.
Frank's great. He's working, I guess. Again, he's never joining us on Sunday night streams anymore. Not for a while now, but yeah, that was great. I'm just checking some.
How about
chats
that?
there.
How about that slip and slide, Paul?
That was awesome. So
had to-
Ziggy showed his dad superpowers. 100-foot plastic. What do you call it? Just plastic sheet.
12 mil, 10-foot wide, 100-foot long.
Slip and slide
right.
he created for his kids.
My kids, they couldn't even get enough. Like ran as fast as they could. They could only get about 50
Yeah.
feet, like maximum. And I was like, "Watch out! Let me show you how it's done."
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I remember doing that as a kid, but it was never 100 feet. We probably did it was probably just tarp, maybe 20 feet,
Yeah.
So we were sliding off into the grass and cutting
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Elle, are
Don't-
you related to any Nesbits?
I don't know what that word means.
Oh, I knew a
It's a
Nesbit.
name. Yeah,
I knew a Nesbit.
Mike Nesbitt. He was a drummer for the Monkees.
Buzz Lightyear
That's-
is sometimes
I'm so
Mrs.
sorry.
Nesbit.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't know.
All right. Well,
makes two of
Okay.
us, L, so don't feel too bad.
Okay, thank you.
all right. Let's get to it.
It's the age gap.
Tonight we have the return of Wheelspin Ragchew.
Yeah.
The wheel.
We've got some new topics here. This is only preparedness topics. This is not the all-around prep ham topics. So let's hope this works and doesn't play my new video memes again. Here we go. All right, that looks
Oh.
good.
Correct, Don. Sorry.
What's the matter?
Oh, he was the lead guitar, not the drummer. I'm getting it mixed up in my head. But Mike Nesmith did graduate from Thomas Jefferson High School in Dallas, which I graduated from.
Anytime I hear Nesbit, I think of Buzz Lightyear. when he's
Okay,
losing
let's
his
big at
mind.
you, sir. Hang on.
Well, L, somebody's really trying to earn props with you because they're saying you're only 19.
No. No.
Oh, did they change StreamYard?
Guys, I'm pretty sure she's at least able to go to a bar, okay?
What do you mean, StreamYard?
Not StreamYard.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, whoops! I pulled up the poll. I don't need the poll. I want the wheel. Where's my wheel?
Well, the wheel is over your
We
face
see the
right now.
wheel.
I know, but I have to find the button to click, and that's in the widget.
It needs to have a planet, not a pig.
Well, if they're watching your stream, they'll see a planet.
Oh, okay.
Gonna say,
There it
Paul,
is.
What is
Nope.
this wheel?
should just
Okay,
say
so-
WTF. That's what it
So
should
L is new to our wheel spin Ragchew. This is basically what this is I like to make it sound like I chose this, and I think it's such a great idea because it creates conversation. But really what it is because I couldn't think of a topic, and so that's what we're doing.
You forgot to put P25 in.
Okay.
So what we do, occasionally I'll run these wheel spin Ragchews, and it's basically kind of an open Ragchew, but tonight it's going to be about preparedness. September is preparedness month. If you go back to the beginning of the year, as I started writing a preparedness book, where I've been going over the chapters of the book as I go through it. And remember, we talked about being prepared by 2026. I hope that y'all are doing your best to increase your preparedness by 2026 so that you are more prepared for whatever may come. So what I have to do here is just click this little button and let's see if it works. It is food.
Food.
All right, food.
Okay.
All right.
That's good
Food.
because I think it was Jeff in the Discord chat, I think was the only one that replied to my question of what preparedness topics do you guys want me to talk about for the next 4 weeks? And he did say food and water. So let's talk food now. Let me pull up the right.
Man, I should have paid attention to Discord.
What's the matter?
No, I just have like a pantry full of
Ike and
freeze-dried
Hammond,
food
good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, Gray Man Poda too. Good to see you guys. Yeah, that's why you missed the poll too, Michael. If you guys missed the Discord, I don't
Well,
post.
I saw when the poll closed.
That's good. Good timing.
Yeah, and I was like, they made the right decision on the tag.
Stop it. Get some help.
So that one, I'll keep that one in here, and then the other ones I'll have to do manually tonight. So let's talk food. I've done a video, at least one this year, probably two, on food storage. As I'm preparing for another food one, I thought about doing a session of freeze drying some food to show you how freeze drying works and how it can be a way of preparing for food, albeit initial cost is a little spendy. But let's go to ready.gov, and we're going to pull up, make a plan, and we're going to go down to where is their food section? Oh, maybe it's just under build a kit.
By the way, Skittles started selling their freeze-dried Skittles now. They saw Paul's videos on it.
Okay, I apologize if this plays those memes again. It doesn't. Good.
Okay.
I thought Skittles are like they don't expire.
Well, no. Paul's
Or
been
you need a
freeze
freeze
drying
dry.
them, but they let me
Hey, bring all of it.
there.
Bring us all in though. So don't. Yeah.
When you freeze dry them, they kind of explode and puff out. Like they're soft, but they're still Skittles.
It's like a
kind of-
Skittle popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you
But-
bite it, it's airy like a popcorn. It's not hard, crunchy.
And it's
And a serious sugar rush.
it's addicting.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Paul makes them all the time with his freeze dryers.
It's
I'm gonna survive the zombie apocalypse on freeze dried Skittles.
hey, I finally finished off my last bag.
Let's get
Oh.
everybody in here. Whoops.
Oh, there you go.
This one. There we go. All right, and let's get rid of the logo in case anything pops up there. We're okay. All right, so ready.gov I go to a lot, and then we're going to monitor the chat. What I'd like the chat to talk about as far as food is, what have you found that works? What food do you like? I mean, it's always, you want to store what you eat, right? I'm not going to store a bunch of food that I don't like. You're going to store food that you like or that you eat, that your family eats. But give us some comments on what your food supply looks like, or what ways you found work, whether it's just dehydrating food or just buying food or whatever it is, or buying bulk. You can buy a 2-year supply at Costco for like $3,000 if that's your method. That is great. I'm wondering why they don't. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for the link. It's right there. So I refer to ready.gov a lot because it's very basic and it's the easiest way to get started. So we'll go over a few of these while we look at some of the chat, and then we wind down this conversation. We'll spin the wheel again. So feel free to chat, guys, and talk as I pull these things up. Anybody in the group here have food storage they want to talk about, things that have worked for them? Or
How many people do you know that have chest freezers in their living room?
I got chest freezers in my garage.
I know one now.
I have chest freezers in my garage, and I thought about getting another one for the kitchen, a little breakfast nook area. But I also have freeze dry food. I have ramen type products and a lot of your dry food stuffs. I have about 20 pounds of flour, and it's not enriched flour; it's regular flour. Organic. Oh, we lost Sean. Let me get it back in here. So I can make breads and stuff like that. And plus, the breads you buy at the store, they're just not good for your gut health.
Don't even get me started on the bread that you buy from the store.
Bad.
So here's
Yeah,
on that topic, and I think is it Douglas? I think Douglas mentioned it. Yeah, non-wheat based flour. So in my history and in my family's background, we've done a lot of bulk foods, and by bulk foods I mean 5-gallon buckets of. I was raised with my parents; they had the metal ones, right, with the round lids, all metal. Now it's all plastic, but 5-gallon buckets of wheat, 5-gallon buckets of rice, 5-gallon buckets of red beans, or lima, blah blah blah. So the others are probably okay. Rice, beans, all that's fine, but don't think you can live off of
Yeah,
a
you
bunch of buckets
need
of wheat.
protein.
Yeah, wheat is not going to work whether you're.
I also have
gluten-free or
powdered
not.
eggs with powdered bacon in it. I had those
Hold on,
Mountain
hold
House
on.
number 10 cans.
Let's get
so.
back to the bulk foods, because a lot of people just buy that, and there are ways to do it. And one of those ways, Digital Rancher mentioned, is a good way. But if you're someone who wants to buy bulk foods, don't buy a bunch of bulk wheat unless you plan on making flour or things with that of that nature. Don't think you're going to survive on wheat, because you can't. Especially if you don't eat wheat, you can't live on wheat. At a certain point, it can become toxic. So
Ramen's toxic in the first place.
yeah, Digital Rancher's comment up here is a good one.
True.
Right here, red beans and rice vacuum sealed in single meal proportions.
Oh,
So that's a great thing. And then all you basically need is hot water, right?
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing, right? So say you get some critters in your stash, right? So portioning
Mhm.
them out is smart, because instead of the whole batch going bad,
right.
Yep.
right?
Now here's the way when I do single portions, and I'm still focusing on those bulk foods. And by bulk foods, I mean going down and buying a 50-pound bag of red beans or rice, right? And then you can't store it in that paper bag or whatever it is that comes from the store because, like Ziggy just said, it will be decimated by bugs and rats and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
you can buy 5-gallon Mylar bags, 5-gallon plastic buckets, and O2 packets. And I can't remember if I did a video on pet food storage. It's the same concept. You put the Mylar bag in the 5-gallon bucket, you fill it up, and this is for bulk in a big portion, right? And you can drop 2,000 cc's of O2 packets in there, seal it up, and then put the plastic lid on it, airtight and all that, and you'll keep the animals out of it 99% of the time. The rats aren't going to get through. They can chew through plastic, but they're not going to because it's been sealed and sealed. It shouldn't be a problem. It's better certainly than just buying a bag from Costco and putting it under your stairway. But the single portions is good because you don't have to worry about opening a full thing of it that could potentially then get contaminated. During an emergency, you go out like Robert, Digital Rancher, he can go out and say, all right, there's 2 of us today. We'll open up this 3D plastic bucket. We'll take out a couple of portions. We'll close the 3D plastic bucket to protect the rest. And we got a meal. So think of proportioning out those things. And where I have the major big buckets of rice and beans and wheat and sugar is all under my bed. So I built a bed frame that's 20 inches high that fits buckets, and there's 36 buckets under there. So that's an area that we don't access. I'm not worried about, and that's something that, like, if we really lose food supplies or whatever for a few months, then we'd have to access that area.
And it's not
Looking
just the
through here.
critters that I'm talking about the proportions. I mean, you can have a number of things go wrong with your stash bucket or whatever. You know, it could be cracked or,
Oh yeah.
you know, it could just succumb to moisture for whatever reason. It's not as sealed as you thought it was.
And one thing you brought up was, just having the Mylar bags are good, but one of the best investments I made recently was a food saver, and I use the heck out of that. I mean, even if I break up a package of bacon, I can make bacon last forever using the food saver.
I saw a canned chicken comment. Does anyone like canned tuna? Or no?
Yeah, I occasionally do canned tuna, but I do a lot of canned chicken stuff.
Yeah.
I tend to keep tuna and chicken and just rotate it out.
I have a cantenna.
Yes, you do.
All right, hold on. Let me pull my PowerPoint up for Smoking Ape here. This is a great question. I don't know if he's being silly with it or not, but
No, he's being serious.
we'll be.
That is a
Yeah,
serious.
there's no 3 dots at the end or anything. So there is a difference. Dehydration, I will use for things like beef jerky. Make beef jerky. Dehydration simply just dries the food. It doesn't remove all the moisture. There's still a potential for bacterial growth. What freeze drying does is it literally it looks like a front load washer or dryer, and you load the food in and it'll freeze it to negative, I can't remember, 35, negative 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And then the trays, above each tray is a heat pad that slowly warms it. So what it does is it keeps it frozen, slowly warms it. It condensates the moisture that then adheres to the walls of the freeze dryer, freezes, and it continues that process to remove literally all moisture from your food. Then as long as you package it immediately after and have the O2 packets and seal it and all that, those kind of foods can last 20, 25, 30 years, whereas dehydrated foods can't quite last that long for the most part.
And that technology's been out since World War II? And
It's been out for 60, 70 years at least. And they
Right.
found it such a useful item in the military that they thought, you know what? Let's get this out in the general population.
Yeah, it's just good all around.
You can get a home. The best one I've found that at the best deal was Costco had it for $1,500. Yeah, that's a big price to pay. But if that's your method of storing food, and you're spending $15 for 2 meals on a Mountain House packet at Walmart, it adds up.
That's well
And
worth it.
And the good thing about the freeze dry food, doing it yourself, well, there's a couple of good things. One, you control the ingredients. So you can make, if you're gluten free, you can make all the foods you want. If you're a vegan, you can make all the foods you want that are vegan, vegetarian, whatever it is, dietarian. If you don't eat pork, if you don't, and number two, you can help friends. So you could have friends, you could do it for your friends and maybe just charge them, a cost and maybe electrical cost, which is like $3 a cycle. It's not that much. And if you wanted, you could even at some point have a business and maybe even sell it. But
Or you can take it to ham fairs and sell along with your radios.
or you can take it to ham fairs and sell the candy and make money to pay off your radio hobby. But that's a good
Wait.
question, Abe. Thank you.
Wait, maybe I didn't catch this. So freeze drying doesn't remove the moisture.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does. Oh, they both do. Okay.
But
Yeah,
freeze-
it's a different style of doing it, and it lasts longer.
Freeze dry is absolute. Dehydration is just for a little bit.
So dehydration tends to cook it like at a low heat, whereas freeze drying kind of keeps the same everything on it. It just makes it to where it will not rot as quickly or expire as quickly.
A
Mhm.
good
You can do that with
thing for
candy, everything.
dehydrators, I found a really good thing is beef jerky. If you make your beef jerky because you're putting the sauce or the rub on it or whatever. The other good thing, if you just want like dried herbs, or a dehydrator, I meant dehydrators are great. If you just want dried herbs and stuff like that, or if you make small batches of, like say, sliced lemons or something you're going to use over a week or two, it's fine. But freeze drying uses, I think, what's called sublimation, and that is freezing, warming. The moisture evaporates, freezes on the walls. It keeps it frozen, warms, evaporate, freeze it, and it's just a process of removing literally all moisture through that sublimation process. Hey, welcome, Jordan.
And there's a lot more involved with it. Like you have to change the oil every time you do a freeze dry process, right?
If you've got an oil pump, yes, there are oilless pumps, but I've got an oil pump. But there are oilless ones which cost a little more. But overall, in the long run, I think the longevity of the oil ones is better than the oilless. I won't be buying a new pump as soon as I would if I had an oilless.
And they're big pumps. They're big honking pumps. They're not a small deal.
Ken's right on that as well. This right here. Freeze drying preserves nearly all the original nutrition in the meal that you're freeze drying, as opposed to dehydrating, which can burn and destroy and kill. It's not cooking it, but it is heating at a much higher temperature than freeze drying. Looking through here, guys. Keep chatting. Keep talking here.
Yeah, some good stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to
learning a
freeze
lot
dry.
right now.
All of my next brisket is going to be freeze dried. Okay.
So when you freeze dry like food, say eggs, for example, do you freeze dry the eggs and then like add water to them, or do we only dehydrate eggs?
Thank you, Bill. So here's what I did last. I'm an egg lover. I love eggs. It's the one thing that I make sure is 100% organic from family farms, because I don't want the toxins in it to cause me to have some kind of allergy at some point. And that's a whole nother topic, how people develop allergies on eggs. What I did I think it was late last year, I started seeing news reports of culling chickens in America because of bird flu. I immediately went out and bought 160 eggs from Costco while they were still about $11 per 60. I brought them home, and in my big Chinese wok, I don't know what else to call it. I scrambled all those eggs, and I freeze dried all those eggs, and I put them in tiny little quart containers. And all I have to do in that 1 quart of eggs is add 1.5 cups of hot water, let it sit for a minute or two, and I'll have scrambled eggs. So that was a new thing I hadn't done yet. So now I have, I don't know how much, can't remember how many quarts it made, but it's quite a lot of scrambled eggs. That's just one example of what you can do with it.
So you have to scramble them first. You can't just
There are
freeze the whole
people.
egg.
There's some great guys on guys and gals online that do freeze dry businesses that I get a lot of information from. And there are people that have tried raw ones. I don't want to mess with it. I just want to, all of my freeze dried food, I just want to add water. I don't want to have to mix them. I don't want to have to take, oh, this one's beans. I'm going to mix it with this one that's rice. And then I'm going to mix it with this one that's chicken stock. And I'm going to mix it with that one that's pepper. I want everything pre-made. So like Digital Rancher said, you can grab a pack, add water. I want it to be just like the Mountain House or Wise Food Meals. The difference is mine's not going to have all those chemicals because I buy organic and I just put salt in it. That's it.
Yeah, start reading the packages. Even if you're getting raw ingredients, start reading the packages. I had a gluten sensitivity for a number of years, and it was awful. I mean, cross contamination, I would get very ill very quick. But I've learned that avoid enriched flour. They take the wheat flour, they strip all the nutrients out of it, and then they put a chemical process into it and call it enrichment. Avoid that. I mean, most of your cheap brands have that. Look for organic flour and make sure it is indeed organic, not with added enzymes or anything like that. So even if it's got an organic label, you got to read the label. You got to read the ingredients, see what they're doing there.
And it's really best if you look at the company that's making that organic food and look into the company because that's where you'll find out. FDA is just too loose now on organic labels, so he's right. You can't really trust them 100%.
You get people with gluten sensitivities and allergies, and they go to Italy and Greece and all that, and they're eating tons of pastas, tons of breads, no issue whatsoever. Then they got a biscuit here in the United States, and they're sick as a dog.
That's what the Blue Alpine looks like. That's my big one. A company in Idaho, American made from my home state. So I purchased my larger one from them. The other one is
the Costco one.
Harvest right here. This is kind of the biggest known brand. You can check out their website. A lot of times they'll do giveaways. Let's see if they've got a giveaway going right now. Right there, enter to win. Go to harvestright.com. I think twice a year and enter to win. But look, they got one now made for, that's awkward looking. Is that a new style?
That's Samsung's rendition.
I guess because
right.
That's interesting because that's usually square. Not sure what that is.
I'm seeing it wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, this is usually square. So I thought maybe they're making a new one to go under a cabinet, but this circle still goes up here. So I don't know how they can do that. Anyway.
Most of them have round doors, don't they?
Yeah, but look,
Yeah, but
look at the tube, or not the tube.
Like
the barrel needs to go all the way back.
The picture
is it under the cabinet or is it to like the side of it?
It's side of the cabinet.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, good call.
I thought it was like cut at a weird. I don't know. It's not. I think it's to the side.
Like
you can't open the cabinet now. Yeah, no.
But it is real nice on a hot summer day to feel that glass. It's nice and cold.
So this picture like right here,
1-inch glass or something like that. You know,
we have a lot of this in our house right now.
Dogs?
No, strawberries, sliced lemons. And here's what's cool about the lemon. Slice the lemon, the whole thing, rind and everything. Freeze dry the whole thing. And you take that lemon out or slice a cucumber or whatever, drop it in your water. It rehydrates the entire lemon with the rind and everything so you get the full flavor. Here's the prices for Harvest Right, and the Costco one on this one was $1,500. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
when we picked it up.
But that's how we've got ours, just in jars. We just put them in jars. The ones we're going to use, we don't even have O2 packets in them, and they're fine in these small jars that are for use over the next few weeks. You don't need O2 packets. Just close the lid and you're good.
And if you dehydrate strawberries, it's like candy.
Yeah. Now some of them take a little work. I like to take the green off and slice them. And I got this, those egg slicers that are automatic. I got the same thing for strawberries, so it makes it quicker. But that's basically what you get. Or you could put them in the Mylar bags. And then here you can see they've got.
Is that asparagus?
Yeah, this is asparagus. Yeah. You got scrambled eggs here, rehydrated. They got biscuit chunks here in this one. So they got a whole breakfast here.
Digital Ranchers pointing out that you can get Blue Alpine at Tractor Supply.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I like to support Blue Alpine, and it's not a diss on Harvest Right, but what Blue Alpine did after I talked to the guys that own it, oops, that's not what I wanted, is what they did was they looked at the returns and the reviews of Harvest Right, and they changed everything that was wrong with Harvest Right. As an example, the hoses that go in here are metal elbows connections, not plastic like Harvest Right. Now, I don't know, Harvest Right may have changed it since, but so I went ahead and went with Blue Alpine. So those are really good. And their prices are medium $29.95 and large is $39.95. So they're a little bit more spendy, but in my opinion, I think they're a better built product. It doesn't mean you're not going to get good use out of a Harvest Right. Like I said, my other one is Harvest Right. For the average person, you get a small Harvest Right. It's probably going to last you a long time. But anyway, those are the two big brands. But check out Harvest Right and enter to win. You never know. You could be the winner. Any other questions on? I'm thinking I need to do a freeze dry video and then live stream it, kind of the process and showing how it'll work.
That'd be cool.
It is a fascinating process. It's like how did people figure out how to do that? You know.
So I think it was
did
Elle
it-
that mentioned protein, right? That was Elle Marie that mentioned protein. So
Yeah, because you got your rice, your beans, and
Yep.
then like, well, for the non-vegans like myself, I'm gonna need some protein.
Steak.
I don't think there's any vegans
Yeah.
on the stream right now.
Freeze-dried
I may be wrong.
freeze-dried brisket. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But she's right. So Digital Rancher with the beans, that's great. Fiber and protein. Some kind of meat. You can dehydrate. I got chicken chunks. I just bought 4 bags of frozen chicken breast, diced them up, put them in the tray, froze it, and then I freeze them first so that it's in the freeze dryer a shorter amount of time. So I have a small chest freezer that just fits my trays, and I'll freeze them in there first, put them in the freeze dryer, and then it's already frozen and cuts a lot of time off. But yeah, find your protein, fiber. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's fats. There's all sorts of things. Don't just look at getting just rice or oats or something like that. Get a good mix of things.
And by the way, as far as creating soup mixes, Paul's already done a video. If you look at some of his older videos when he first started coming back as Preppin' Paul, he's got a great video where he made I forgot how many packets he did, but it was several meals.
Yeah, that's a good one if you want to check it out for if you want a quick single item packed food that you don't need a freeze dryer, you don't need a dehydrator, you can buy all that food. You could buy dehydrated and freeze dried food in bulk. That's a good one to check. Let me minimize. Oh, okay, good. Let's see, where did I put that? Was that a live? No, that wasn't a live, was it?
No. It was an edited video, and it was one year first.
Oh, that's right. So back when I didn't have a makeup, a makeup person, and my audio and video was horrible. Let me find that.
You dead centered yourself through the video too.
Oh, would you stop with that?
When you're doing the freeze dried, do you just add hot water to it, give it a couple minutes, and
Colder,
kind
Paul.
of like you would
Yes,
with
you just add water. It's just like a Mountain House meal. That's all Mountain House meals are, is freeze dried food. Here it
Okay.
is. So there I am in all my glory, beardless.
And no beard.
Dang.
Such a
So-
young
Did
young
not
babe.
recognize you there.
Yeah, I shave it off when I need to go incognito in public when I don't want to sign autographs. So here is here are the ingredients, and this is before freeze dryer, before dehydration. So check this one out. And I got this from a friend of mine. He's a doctor friend of mine who is big time into preparedness, and we did this one day in our church and put it out there in the community and said, hey, if you'd like to do this, here's what you need to buy, bring it here, and we'll help you get it all packed together. And basically this, I think it's a quart or 2 quart Mylar bag, makes 22 cups of 16 bean chicken soup. And these are the ingredients: So what you do is you'd open it up, and inside I have a separate Ziploc baggie of the beans so that you can take them out and soak them. And then once those are done soaking, you can put them back in here with the hot water. Make sure you take the O2 packet out, and then you let it sit in there for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and you have 16 bean chicken soup, high in protein, high in fiber. You got your butter fats. It's really good. So check that video out. And I know I need to be doing more of these, but just come up with what you like. And I don't remember the company, but there's a company that I probably put the link in there. If you don't dehydrate or freeze dry your own food, buy it in bulk. What's the store that does bulk food? Not Costco. The other one here in North Texas.
Winco.
Winco. Yes, Winco has some stuff.
Winco
too.
is debit only though. That's the thing. It's like
Oh, is
Visa
it?
and debit only.
Oh.
Costco is it's just Visa, but Winco it's debit only.
Okay, we lost Michael for some reason.
No, I'm trying to get my name off my face, and I can't figure out how to get the name tag.
Oh, well, we have to do this to do that.
Okay. Because now I'm not going to do 2-layer names anymore because I'm like,
yeah, you have to come
I'm like
out
the
and
secret
come back
person.
in.
You're not supposed to know who it is.
That's all right. We know who you are. So anyway, check that video out. And that's something I'll probably do. I got to come up with some more packs like that, because this set that I did, I can't remember if it's 32 bags, I think. That's literally one year food supply of this. So that's one meal a day for 1 year. And it fits under a twin size bed in a plastic tub with a cover.
What's the macro count? You tracking your macros?
Oh, macro what?
Macro counting, so your protein intake, your carb intake, and your fat intake percentages.
Oh my gosh, I would have to figure that out.
She's very Elle is very much in fitness.
I thought about it
That is,
actually because people would probably like to know that. And I'd have to take that off of each packet and separate and figure that out. But yeah, I could figure that out.
That'd be cool.
That's the Yogi, not Yogi. What's the Hispanic brand?
Goya?
Goya, yes. Goya brand beans. I don't remember the rest of it. The chicken was that real popular chicken base. The rice was from Costco. Yeah, butter was the not Wise Foods, the one I get on Amazon. You can get number 10 cans of powdered butter, things like that when it goes on sale. It's a good deal. It's a good thought though, El Marie. I should probably look at that and maybe work on that for the next one.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So this is also encompass water supplies as well. This topic.
Yeah, so that's what you need if you're going to do this dehydrated or freeze-dried food. You need water. That's again a whole nother topic. Should we spin the wheel and move on, or should we folks keep going?
Is water on the wheel, or
water is on the wheel?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, then I'll keep my mouth shut.
Water has various topics within itself.
But we'll just say
I want to start a holy war with the water storage.
Oh Lord.
Let's unless anybody else wants to stay on food, let's spin the wheel again. But just to say, if you do this type of storage, you do need water. So
Okay, for the younger crowd, do you know who Mr. Wilson is?
Of course.
Okay, El Marie.
Oh.
Nope. I knew it.
Oh. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
No, it's not that. It's not Dennis the Menace. So, Sean,
Hey, Wilson.
We'll lump you in with Marie. It's from Tool Time with what's his name? Tim Allen.
Let me.
He was always raking his leaves. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, but you never saw below this. He was
saw his
always
nose
peering
above.
over the fence, having conversations with him.
Yes, I know Wilson.
What?
Digital Rancher. I'm not sure what that is. Is that
Wait, what?
like a YouTube channel or something?
Azure, like Microsoft Azure, like the database.
No, I think he's talking about some kind of food standard, maybe.
Okay.
He'll tell us. That's what I thought, Douglas, the volleyball, when someone says Wilson. I don't think of Tool Time.
I doubt it's like Microsoft Azure, but that's just whenever I see that Azure now, I just think Microsoft.
Let me Google it. Let me see what
There's
it
so
says.
much.
It's a free
nutrition,
and
I don't know.
independent food supply chain where you get the food you really want delivered directly from the producer to
Oh,
you. There is no middleman, no grocery store or the overhead involved, no long lines to shop or
thanks,
pay
Ziggy.
at. Yeah,
Hmm.
Azure is a choice that puts you in charge of your family's health.
Then I went in and opened up the website while
This
live
ad
streaming
spot was not sponsored.
because I can yeah because I can
But
trust
boy, what a
Digital Rancher.
voiceover.
Unlike if it was Ape, then I would not trust and I would not pull it up. So thank you, Robert, Digital Rancher, for being a trustworthy viewer. Yeah, that's funny though. Not sponsored by Azure Standard. So is this this is very cool. GMO, no, non-GMO. Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to look into this. So everyone else take that down, look into it. AzureStandard.com. This is definitely worth a look. So I'm going to save this in my my folder here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Mozzarella
replay this one later.
cheese. Yeah, this could be good. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a great find.
I know if I need goat's milk, I just go to the Digital Rancher's place. Hey, I know how I was raised on a small farm. We milk the goats. I know how to milk it. If I have to work for it, I will go milk the goats for my own milk.
Can you milk anything or just goats?
The little ones, yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I want to milk everything.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on with that.
Moving on.
Let us go to thanks again, Digital Rancher. I'm going to save that, and actually, I better save it real quick. Under let me save that. real
Yeah,
quick,
I'm
guys.
definitely interested. I'm
Yeah.
interested about the cost on that too.
MPrep. I'll put that under MPrep. Thanks. All right. Any more comments on food before we spin the wheel again?
Can we talk about water storage?
Well, that's on the wheel.
Oh,
so
is it?
no.
Sorry.
So
Ziggy, let's-
absolutely not. Shame on you.
Let's let the wheel determine. the
I didn't
fate.
know. I'm sorry.
Where is the wheel? Oh,
You're in
because
charge
it's
of the wheel,
The
man.
one,
not
the one
on-
other thing I will add to food.
not on that
real quick.
screen.
If you are using cans, make sure to check your expiration dates and recycle. Just
Yeah, don't. I mean, some of the freeze dried stuff I've left in there for a
Well,
few years. But,
yes, but some canned stuff
yeah,
you need to
You gotta
replenish.
rotate your stuff.
Yes.
Health.
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 Hmm.
Okay.
I put that in
El
there.
Marie, take it away.
Okay.
gosh.
El
El
Marie.
Marie, no,
Go ahead,
she's
El.
got it.
All you.
She's got it
Okay.
down.
Obviously food could, like, exercise is so important with health, but you can't run away from your calories that you're eating. You need to be focusing on your diet, and I think your diet is the most important thing about your health. So crap in, crap out, and that's the way that you excrete. It's the way that you look. You crap in, crap out. That's the way that you're going to perform. So health is so important when it comes to what you're putting into your body. And we just talked about food, and that's where my mind went to, like, macros. So protein, fats, carbs. Where are your percentages at, and how much are you consuming? And I actually heard that an overly salty intake process is, like, you don't, like, we love salt, but there was this doctor, this YouTuber that I found, not YouTuber, but like someone who was a neurosurgeon, and he was like wanting to study how to make people better. And he found out that the people who, I don't know if you hear my dogs, but he found out that
It's okay.
his patients, the ones that overconsumed more salt than his other patients, the ones that didn't consume less salt got better faster, more naturally than those who did. So health, in my opinion, stems down to diet, which we just talked about food, and our very, like, plentiful world right now, that we can take advantage of where we're at right now before we have to resort to maybe fattier, carbier meals. So really, as far as preparation goes, focus on your health now, so that whenever something does bad happen, you're already at that top level to keep moving forward in the right way. That's my monologue.
Thank you,
Right.
Al.
No, all
Very,
of
very
it.
well spoken.
You're exactly what the ham radio community needs.
That's
because
100%.
We,
Yeah,
we
that-
get
yeah.
together and we eat some of the most unhealthy foods a lot of times.
I was actually
Yeah,
going
the
to say,
ham community.
don't share the same comments my girlfriend keeps telling me or our wives.
Okay.
Just
Not married.
anymore. Me either. It's okay.
We
So-
we about went through at the same time.
Let me just make a quick comment.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not a doctor, but I've had
Neither am I, for the
migraines.
record.
I've had
Dr. Prep.
migraines that have sent me to the ER, and I started looking into it. And there are doctors now. Speaking of salt, there are doctors now that they find almost 70% of their migraine patients cure their migraines with salt intake, increasing salt intake. I have not had a migraine for months.
Congratulations.
So is it that? Is it not? Who
Well,
knows?
No,
But I
no.
did start-
So
I did start adding more salt to my eggs and all that stuff.
so here it is. There's a balance to everything in life.
I was
And
gonna say,
I am not one
moderation.
to talk about being in balance. I mean, Sean and I have been through hell the past year with what we went through, but absolutely no salt in your diet is not necessarily healthy, and having tons of salt in
Salt.
everything you have is not healthy either. You have to have the right balance of everything, like Elle was talking about calories versus proteins. I mean, you need to have certain number of salt, certain amount of salt in your diet, but you don't want to go absolutely salt free. That's not healthy.
Right.
Yeah, I was actually going for a while without putting salt on anything, and that probably was my problem. So
Salt is
well,
also another form of electrolytes for your body as well. Like your
Right.
body needs that. You just can't overconsume it to a fault.
Like everything, moderation.
yeah, it's
And consult your physician when starting a diet.
Well, it's not just moderation. I think Elle is probably the most educated when it comes to diet and exercise and things like that. Sean and I recently went through divorces, and I know it's affected our health. I mean, it's a major issue there, and so it's not just, hey, let's just do portion control, but what's that balance? Your protein to calories, that balance. You can have the same amount of protein in chicken that you can get with peanut butter, but you got a ton of calories that come with the peanut butter compared to chicken breast. So, that's the kind of stuff that we all need to educate ourselves with, and
On
that's
the
what we don't
topic
educate
of-
ourselves with.
On the topic of health, we can also think of ways to not get sick. I don't
Yep.
know many best prepper ways to not get sick. So maybe we can talk about, that part of health, not just maybe your physical health, but how can we prevent ourselves from carrying a disease or getting one?
I think the best method is bomb shelter 20 feet deep and just don't get out and see anybody.
Or work from home and not ever see another human being except an occasional ham meeting in church.
Well, the other way to look at that would be, make sure you take your vitamins. Make sure you check watch what you eat. Watch what you're intaking in. You don't just go drink water out of a river, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm a believer in the immune system, and I think as we talk about healthy foods and all this and exercise, which is something I know I need to do, but I'm lazy and I hate exercise. I like how it makes me feel. I just hate doing it. I think that's our best. I think that's our best way to avoid getting sick.
Wash your hands.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you so much, Walter.
Hey, Walter,
Right,
good to see you.
Oh,
He says, "Don't touch your eyes."
Don't touch your eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that right there.
Don't touch your eyes. Don't put your hands in your mouth. Wash your hands.
Should we all sing what was the song we were supposed to sing? Happy birthday or something?
sing happy birthday? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go
That
back
freaks
up here
people out
though
when you're in the men's room, though.
to
You're singing
Dawn.
happy birthday
You
to
think
the
you
top
need
of your
to
lungs.
wash your hands and you don't have anything. Hand sanitizer is great, but nothing beats good old fashioned soap and water. Just
How do you clean a wound if it's cut open and there's not what then? just get, you don't grab the stream there and rub it
Ziggy,
into your wound.
Rub dirt in it.
Rub some dirt in it. Freeze it. What are we doing?
Ziggy, go.
Go
Yeah,
for it,
sure.
Ziggy.
So, worked in the ER throughout all of COVID. The XYL, she's a nurse, and so we're talking about worst case scenario where we don't have access to medical supplies and we've got an open wound. Is that what you're talking about, Elmarine? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because we're in the mindset of preparedness, and maybe this is more so we're post prepared at this point. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't say
I'm gonna
post, but it's still good ideas.
try to pronounce this correctly, but I'm gonna screw it up. To debris
Debris.
wound, right?
Debris.
Some of the doctors they say debris, but obviously you need to clean out any visible things that you can from it as best you can. And if you are if you don't have any liquor with you or anything, believe it or not, just exposure to sunlight is a great trick, right? Because you have nothing and you have nothing but time, and you have a wound. And the best thing you can do is just expose that wound to sunlight. Don't keep it covered up, because that's exactly what bacteria and all that kinds of things love. They love a dark, damp, moist place, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let it dry out. Don't get it wet, and expose it to sunlight. It's gonna leave a cool scar, but you probably won't die from the hepatitis or whatever.
So what about like a saline type solution for
Saline solution can
flushing?
be made pretty damn easily with just some sterile water and just a click of salt.
Yeah.
Salt. There it is again.
There it
Telling ya.
is.
The only thing I would say differently to that is if it's majorly bleeding, stop the bleed.
Oh, we were talking about just a
Yeah.
wound in
With-
general,
yeah.
not a
Cleaning.
not a
No. There's a good
Not a
point
gusher.
there, and we've all a lot of us have gone through training recently with the mercy services that we volunteer with, and the point is,
Wow.
you stuff anything and everything you can in there. Just avoid anything with like fuel or oil on any rags, but anything else, you're just going to stuff it in there, even if it's not sterile. I mean, they're already wounded. It's not a sterile wound. There's no wound that's really sterile.
you can't put the
and
blood
so-
back in, guys.
Yeah,
true.
so you just pack it with as much as you can. Take shirts, whatever you're wearing, as long as you're not in diesel or oil, you're good to stuff that wound, because once they get to a hospital or some kind of aid station, that's when you start doing the antibiotics and stuff to try to clean out whatever germs have gotten in there. Douglas, I'm going to add you again, sir.
I distinctly remember John J. Rambo feeling a wound with gunpowder and a match.
There you go. Yeah.
Sadly enough,
remember
there
that.
is some truth to that kind of a
There is truth.
Well,
but
it's
we're not gonna go
cauterization
there
of the
because
wound.
that's something that's probably going to get us.
But how
I'll tell
many
it.
of us are going to pop open
Yeah,
a
no.
223 round,
Let me
put it in your
let me
wound
ask-
and light it up?
let me ask Ziggy this. Ziggy,
Yes,
I'm going to just name a few things
sure.
that people can store, and you add to this. Okay. So
Okay.
storage for cleaning wounds is the thing, or sanitizing, or whatever. Rubbing alcohol.
Am I supposed to agree?
Yes,
or
sir. Is that good?
I mean, absolutely.
Okay.
I have
How about-
gallons of it in stock.
All right.
Yeah.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Gallons of it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I got that.
So those are two main ones, and those are the ones that I
Hold on.
store.
What
What
a
else,
lot of
Ziggy?
people don't know about hydrogen peroxide is that it is photosensitive,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's why it comes in a brown bottle.
Yeah.
You can't store hydrogen peroxide in a clear bottle. So leaving the cap open for any amount of time and any kind of light, even if it's just room light, the hydrogen peroxide loses its magic.
We lost
Yes.
that again. Yeah. So those are the two main ones that I store and would utilize in the case of cleaning wounds. So any other things that you could recommend?
Bacitracin, triple antibiotic. Gotta always have that.
Like a Neosporin?
Yes.
Betadine.
Okay, Neosporin, sure. I was gonna
well-
say also a topical Benadryl for anti-rash, anti-itch kind of stuff.
Is that
the
like
kids, I mean,
that pink lotion? I forget the name of it. Is that what that is?
No,
No.
I mean,
No, that's Caladrill you're thinking of.
Calamine.
Yeah.
Calamine, yeah.
lotion. Yeah.
I think Habdrill's a brand name of it.
So Ziggy, what do we get? So what did you look for the Benadryl, the topical Benadryl? Does it just say topical, just say Benadryl lotion or something, or what does it say?
Yeah.
Anti-itch cream is kind of what it's generally
okay.
sold as.
You get like hydrocortisone, but Benadryl is different. And but Ziggy,
Yo, I forget me and Michael got something in common. Psh.
Ow. Oh, ow.
wait, I got to go backwards because it's not
Ow.
mirroring my
Right.
camera. There you go.
Welcome, Doug.
All
right.
One thing I keep in mind is
Neosporin. Okay, I want to ask about Neosporin because I just heard this recently, and I have not looked into this. But I buy Neosporin in bulk. But what I'm hearing music somewhere. But
It's just air. Douglas's air background.
it must be outside. But I've heard that
AC
there's
is.
now where
Yeah,
you
you're
can
fine.
create a resistance to it that you would have a reaction to
Oh, I
it.
keep going dark.
yes.
The resistance to what? I'm sorry.
Neosporin.
Neosporin, huh? I mean, you can build a tolerance to anything technically.
Yeah, you can build resilience to any antibacterial. So, Neosporin would be the same thing.
I've been building a tolerance to Sean for the last 8
Interesting.
months.
Never...
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I know. One other thing I would add to
how does it go? How does it go? Both drinks were poisoned. I'm just building a tolerance.
Yeah, I've been building a tolerance.
I would say saline too. Even contact solution would be a good
Yeah.
one to back up with. Yeah.
So this is gonna sound weird, but at the hospital, whenever they were having their, they would have like an auction, right, of hospital equipment, and I'd be there like 6 a.m. like open the doors, guys, and I got a full size ER crash cart, and the XYL actually let me bring it
Cool.
home. So yeah, and then so she's a nurse, right? So this is like normal conversation with us, and then so we've been slowly stalking this thing as you would proper, in trauma or in theater, whatever you want to call it. So we have a fully stocked crash cart in
Oh
our
my
living room.
gosh.
You got some. I need to visit your living room. You got some cool stuff in there. By the way, that was my
Chest freezers and crash carts.
my device named Ziggy was playing hip hop music in the dining room. So
Nice.
I don't know what that device heard.
I'd like to bring this up. Michael, you cut out there a second. Rose. Oh, you're fine now. So Doc Adams, this is a great point, and
Yeah.
I want to just say that, like, so I don't drink alcoholic beverages, but that doesn't mean that I don't have certain alcoholic beverages in my storage that have a high alcohol content, i.e.
They were
vodka.
clear.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing to store, whether you drink or not. So that's a good point, Doc. Thanks. And I feel like it's legit because you have Doc in your name.
On the topic of health, if I may, with alcohol.
Yes, of course.
So with alcohol consumption, it slows down your metabolism. So your normal rate of metabolism rate, you're burning 1,800 to 20 or 2,000 kilocalories just sitting down. Like sitting down just now, we're all burning calories because of our metabolism. Well, whenever you consume alcohol, that slows down your metabolism rate. So if you're out having a drink, you're eating some food, your metabolism isn't able to burn off that fat as fast as it normally would, because it's focused on your liver, your kidneys. Where does alcohol go? Is it your liver or is it your kidneys?
Your liver.
Your liver, because your body just needs to focus on processing all that alcohol. So it slows down your metabolism, and that storage can build up if it's not processed, like the sugar, the carbs. So yeah, whenever you consume alcohol, it will slow down your metabolism rate.
Yeah, barter is another good one. Oh, good to know, Doc. I assume there was a doctor history in there somewhere, but
there is a doctor in the house.
I wanted to mention
There you
this
go.
one too, real quick, because I thought of this earlier when we were talking about it. So it started with how to clean wounds, but you got to remember you got to dress that wound. So make sure you have. This is where those which I have a whole cert bag full of 4x4s and sterile gauze bandages and things. So that's
And
something
you
else
got to
you might
change
want
those
to.
out. You got to change those out every now and then too, because
Yeah.
mine aged out.
Yep. And yeah, so make sure you have some sterile bandages, things like that in your kit as well. Medical kit. We had Chris Radio Life on a while back talking about medical triage. Check out that video. All right. What else? Anything else for health?
And for the record, I will consume plenty amount of alcohol over the weekend. It's not that I don't consume alcohol myself. It's just understand what you might be doing.
Yeah, I think between y'all, you guys can consume enough to make up for what I don't.
Um,
I don't drink any.
so you mentioned your cert bag, and I have 2 cert bags in the other end that are that have a carabiner, so I grab them both when I deploy with the team. Get involved in the local cert program. We have a class on October 3rd and this year, and I think they actually filled up. We have 60 people taking the class. But if you want to know some basic survival, especially medical side of things, that class is incredible. That's an incredible class. I think Paul is an instructor for it. I'm actually an officer in my CERT team. But yeah, if you find a CERT program and they're doing a training, jump on that. I think we had such an overwhelming response to this year because of what happened in Central Texas with the flooding. That people, they all want to help, they want to volunteer, but they don't know what to do. And we just have a very good active CERT program here in Denton County. It's 2 weekends: Friday night for 4 hours, Saturday for 8. 2 weekends in a row. You can get your certification, and you know what to do when you come up on a situation like that. So, I had to put that plug in for CERT. DentonCountyCert.org if you're interested.
It's a good one, and it's free. Take advantage.
Paid for by the government. You even get gear from the government.
The other thing I would add to medical would be mental health.
Mental health is good.
Mental health is a huge thing.
Sometimes when disasters happen, I know I've seen certain things, and I'm sure Michael has, I'm sure Ziggy has. It's going to stay with you. You need to be prepared for that. You need to find a way to, I would say, talk about it.
Good point.
Well, that's the whole point of debriefing, and you're not your first trauma, your first death, your first all these things. Those things hurt the worst.
Very much so.
And the only thing that fixes that is either time, the ability to forget it, or what I have to do is I have to compartmentalize these things, and I just kind of like store them away in shoe boxes. I'm like, I'll get back to this.
Yeah.
Right. You have to learn to basically shut down your own thoughts at times, and this is a hard skill, and not everybody can do this.
It is
right. So
it is definitely difficult.
So Aries, our amateur radio emergency service, anytime the CERT team deploys, we deploy with them. Sometimes when the MRC deploys, Aries gets called in to help with them. But one of the things our county is really good about is, one, the debrief. That's key. You're not leaving without being debriefed. Even if you have to leave early, we're going to have a conversation before you leave. And 2, if the worst happens, like you find a 4-year-old child dead, and that does happen. That has happened with our CERT programs. The county will actually provide free counseling for life for that. I mean, for the rest of your life, even if you're not part of the program anymore. And we had a lady that happened to. She was with CERT for 2 weeks when that happened, but she still sees a counselor today.
I had to use the hospital's resources because I had something. I've seen a lot, and this takes the cake, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I just felt like I was like in an empty room for weeks, and I finally reached out to my director. I was like, "Hey, this has still got me shook up," and talking about it, whether it's a licensed therapist or just somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate to share something like this with somebody who like doesn't do this on the daily.
Yeah.
But being able to just kind of like talk it out, that, because we do this thing where we like circular like think about things where we just don't really have an end to the conversation,
Mhm.
and that's the worst thing that you
Yeah.
can do. You see what I'm doing here?
Yeah. But I,
Listen to these
you
guys.
know,
Don't be like me. That's why I got to tell everybody.
well, last year on Memorial Day, we had a Skywarn activation, and it was for tornadoes coming into the county, and there were 7 fatalities from that. The storm was very stressful to work. I was running the net that night, and the fact was the storm was wrapped up in rain, so you could not see the tornado. All we could see were the power flashes on the ground, and to have 7 fatalities with I'm not going to say that part. That kind of you kind of think about that for a while, and then we had the river floods, and what that happened on July 4th was a Friday.
Yep.
Was that a Friday?
It was Friday.
And
to
it
Saturday,
was
Friday to Saturday.
it was like Wednesday or Thursday that I finally broke down and I just started crying. I couldn't stop because and I had team members down there as part of the process. I had friends that were down there, doing the search and rescues and stuff. And I had our emergency management director conversations with her, and she says, "This is the situation," and she just said, be ready to deploy your team. I don't see it right now, but it could be a possibility. And it took over a week for me to process it. At that time, it was just, let's get this done, this done, this done, this done. We're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of that. But the humanity is there, and you do feel the humanity of what's going on. But it's not. Sometimes it takes a long time to process it, and finally break down crying and actually talking to others about it because of what went on. I mean, it's not a light subject matter. So mental health, that should have been a special one on the wheel.
Yeah, that could be one in its own. And stuff Ziggy was talking about compartmentalizing and not understanding if you're not in the field, or maybe initially when you get into the field, you don't fully understand the compartmentalizing of it. Like military has to do that as well, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick example, and then we can move on. But I had a flight where I had a passenger trying to get into the cockpit, and after the second time, and then hitting flight attendant myself, I took her to the ground and handcuffed her. And I never would have thought anything like that was a big deal as far as mental health, and I didn't think anything of it. Found out when we landed we diverted and landed in a different city to have her taken off from police. Found out that the day before, 2 of my very good friends of 34 years were on that same flight coming back to the States and had a guy that had a heart attack, and they worked on him for 4 hours, and he died. And I remember thinking, man, I'm glad I wasn't on that, because that would have killed me, especially if he didn't survive. After you're trained to do this and you work on them. But the handcuffing that I thought had no effect on me, even though the company said, hey, you've got 8 counseling sessions, please take advantage of them. I didn't go. I didn't realize for 7 months that I was not working as much as I normally worked. I was working about 30% less because I didn't want to go to work subconsciously. I didn't want to deal with people subconsciously. So I didn't even realize it affected me. So I should have taken advantage of that advice in the beginning when they said, maybe I was trying to be, oh my guy, it was a woman. I took her down and handcuffed her. It's not a big deal. Not a big, we didn't fight. But it does affect you. It doesn't matter what it is. There is a certain level of effect. So take advantage of whatever help you can get.
I remember when that happened.
I want to tag on with that, Paul. A trick that I found out myself is that whenever you have these thoughts pop into your head, like that thought that you don't want to pop into your head pops into your head. I found this trick out. So it's like we've got 2 halves of our brain, and they don't communicate the same, right? So whenever that pop or whatever it is pops into your head, instead of just sitting there and just kind of being a viewer, right, of what's going on in the moment right there, what I do is I shake my head no, and so that both sides of my brain are on the same page. Like, no, I don't need this thought right now. And then it just goes away. Little trick. Try it if you
I'll have to
need
try
Yeah,
that.
my dad was 30+ year firefighter, and I remember him as I got older, not when we were younger, but as I got older, when I asked, he would tell me, going in these buildings and seeing charred bodies of children and things. So I never did ask how he dealt with it. I wish I would have when he was alive, but I can't imagine seeing that.
Oh, you talk to a lot of war veterans now, and they don't want to talk about the stories
Mm-hmm.
other time in battle,
Yeah.
unless
I
it's
think it's
another war
good.
veteran that was in it.
Yeah, that's why I like, for those of you who know Paul the Grouch in New Hampshire, he does a lot of stuff with his military buddies and live streams, and I enjoy watching it. Always proud of anybody that serves the country. And these guys that have experienced some real trauma with war, battle, many of them losing, their brother or sister next to them. I mean, my hat's off to them. That's something that they deal with their whole life, and I'm glad that they have that camaraderie to be able to come together and talk about it. But I do enjoy the Grouch, Paul, and his live streams when he and his military friends get together and talk about those things.
I know a few people that I can see it, they're vets and different family members too, that I can see when they're going into those dark places. I'm never gonna, as I've never served, I'm not gonna understand it, but I see they're going into their dark places. So it's like I, just had, point them into the right place if I can, and just be by their side. Even though I'm not gonna understand.
Yeah, and you can do
Honestly,
that.
That's the best thing to do.
And that's one thing that they're taught in CERT is to, if you go, or not, maybe it was, I can't remember, I think it is CERT. When you're maybe sitting with someone in a triage area that maybe lost a home or somebody there's certain things you don't say. And one of those is, I understand, right? Like
Yeah,
I can't sit
don't.
down with Paul, the Grouch, with his war experience and say, it's okay, man, I understand, because I don't. So, yeah, it's important to be there for somebody, but always be important to know kind of how to talk to them as well. And CERT gives a little bit of training on that, disaster psychology. So that's another area that you can look into.
And a lot of times the best thing to do is just to sit with them, just to be there
Yeah.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say a word, just be there with them,
Just let them talk it out.
All right,
Paul,
let's
got the wheel up. So
let's get the wheel going here, and let's hope for water for Ziggy's sake.
No, spin again.
We got another chance, Ziggy. We got another chance.
On red.
Is it red?
Oh,
Oh, look at
no.
that. We got
No.
health again.
Now we went
Wouldn't
to
have-
health. I think we covered that one.
I think
pretty
those
good.
wheels were rigged.
Okay, hold
Come
on.
on.
Let me change something. Hold on.
Light.
Well, we do have a different one.
We have a light. We
Yeah.
have light now.
Yeah, but I need to change something here.
Are you gonna up the odds for me?
Everything's gonna be water. It's gonna be
4 to 1.
wall-to-wall
Come on, 4 to
water.
1, baby. Yes.
That's gonna go on food.
All right.
Water it is.
Oh, there you
Water.
go.
Ziggy, you got what you
We
want.
left it to chance.
Let's
Okay,
talk
can
about
I-
water.
Let me make a quick comment why I thought of this.
Homie strapped.
Oh,
For
that
those
was a
of
good-
you-
that was a nice lot.
I think we all are.
For those of you that
just can't
know,
see it.
for those of you that know
mine's
In Living
over there.
Color, and El Marie, if you have not watched In Living Color, please find. It's something that could not be.
It's
could
on
not be
YouTube.
played today. Yeah, you can find some stuff on YouTube. But basically, it's the Wayans brothers: Damon Wayne, Marlon Wayans, Jim Carrey. A lot of people got their start there. And it was kind of like an SNL type of thing, right? There was a monologue at the beginning. So Jim Carrey was initially he was the only white guy. It was predominantly a black cast, and
It's funny.
Keenan Ivory Wayans, the leader, the eldest brother of the Wayans family, who produced and directed and did all that, he came out in the monologue and he said, "People, we've been getting a lot of complaints from white people that say we pick on white people too much, and that we need to pick on a more diverse group of people." And so he said, so we devised a method, or we want to show you how we choose so that it's fair. and then the camera zooms out, and it's a wheel that he spins. 98% of it says white, and then there's little slivers of Hispanic, Jew, Black, and all the others, right? And so he spins it,
But I mean, all you want.
and of course it lands on white. He looks at the camera, he goes, white again. So that's the thought that came to my head. It was one of the best. It was one of
There's
the.
a lot to make fun of.
We could use that type of comedy and sitcom or show right now because it was
The
hilarious.
least
Anyway,
watched halftime show on the Super Bowl is because CW33 decided to do their own Super Bowl show with
geez.
the in living color cast. It was pretty funny. So everybody changed channels to watch that, and they came back to the Super Bowl.
All right, let's get to water, Ziggy.
All right. Plastic or glass?
Glass.
Class.
How do we get glass? How do we get jars that big?
Although I got 50 gallons of water in plastic.
Hold on.
then I
Along
got
with that,
cases of
along
water.
with plastic or glass, do we store it just normally, or do
No,
we
no, I
purposely
use
store
it.
it in the dark?
No, I rotate my water supply.
Rotate. Okay.
Yes.
So how many
And on
gallons
top
do
of
you keep
that,
on
I
hand?
have filters. I have Sawyer filters, and I have live straws. You
Yeah.
know,
How many
every
gallons do
now
you
and then
keep
you
on
can get a
hand?
good deal. I got a box of them, $3 a piece. You know, on the live straws.
Michael, how many gallons do you keep on hand?
I probably have about 50 right now.
Okay. I have probably 10 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah,
And
same here.
and then I also
But I use that.
I have an above ground pool, and not for drinking necessarily, but let me tell you what, when you got to wash kids and flush toilets, that's a real winner right there.
Nice.
I don't have city water, guys, so I can't just always turn on the faucet and there it is. I live out where you got to pull it out the ground.
I think I have 2 cases of
I
water
would love
in the
that.
garage,
That
but
water
I
tastes
usually
better.
keep 40 packs.
And
I
I'm
normally stock up to like 6 to 8.
Maybe not Florida water.
glad you mentioned that, because I can run a generator and pull it out of the ground and fill up my my cistern and all this. I have actually brought water to people and had them try the difference, and they go, "Your water just it's so different." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not been touched."
Yep.
It hasn't been
I was
processed.
raised on well water in Idaho.
Yeah.
And it was the best tasting. And then when I moved away, got my job, every time I would go back and visit and start drinking the well water, the second day, my digestion had to recorrect itself because of all the natural things that I should have been getting that I wasn't from the chlorinated city water.
You know where the best water is? And I kid you not, unless you try it, don't knock it. Hot Springs, Arkansas. They have it's mountain spring water, and you fill up your water jugs right there. Most of them are hot, but there's other cold springs that are in the same within blocks of each other.
That's just
And it's a best tasting water. You feel better after drinking it. It's just awesome. I can't explain it.
that's
But
just
people
a
drive
cap.
from
got in trouble for that.
It's just a cap spam bop. I think it's like 20 or 25 letters or something.
Yeah.
I can change that. It's not a big deal.
But I can go from people drive to Dallas every weekend to Hot Springs, Arkansas, just to get that water.
So normally when you have a well, you usually have just the well pump. And then the next step from that is a well pump to a what they call a cistern or a vat, and then you have a house pump from there, and that it's a double-edged sword because now you have 2 pumps that you have to kind of manage, and then the
Right.
next step from that is you add your filtration process, whether that be like a softener or some kind of physical filter device, which I have both. And so I didn't know that moving out here to the country, I was going to become a plant manager of a water filtration system. But it's a real topic when the power goes out. But what I have learned, and this was just something that I just kind of started doing, is I now have, I want to say, 6 air pumps, and a whole bunch of tubing goes down into my big, 50-gallon. How big is that thing? That thing's hundreds of gallons, probably 150-gallon vat. And then I constantly aerate and bubble it. And if you look at it, you can see the, from the middle up and down the sides, you can see the water and the turbulence because it's constantly being aerated, and
Mhm.
what the air does if you constantly push it through water like that, aerate the water, is it I don't know how to say this word properly. I have my own word. I call it oxidizing the water.
Mhm.
And then
Oxygenating.
no, not just oxygenating.
Oxidizing is different.
It
Yeah.
it increases it increases, because oxygen does that. And then so what that does is it any kind of like heavy metals or anything like that, they 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 just kind of go away, right? They get burned up, and then they just kind of they off gas, right? You have all this stuff that off gas. People think that um us country folk with wells that our water stinks. My water is the best smelling, tasting water that you can imagine, and I'm real proud of that. I've spent a
Nice.
lot of time on this topic, but yeah, that's an awesome trick. If you can just pump water through it and just not let it sit and settle and just all that stuff stay in there, if you can actually use the power of just oxygen through your water, you'll actually just clean the water. It's pretty amazing.
Air bladder tank.
You're
So-
talking an air
No,
bladder
Doc
tank.
just mentioned the air bladder tank. I think he's just giving an option, I think.
I call an air bladder tank a pressure tank. I don't think those are the same things.
Oh, okay.
So, is yours powered on AC powered? Your pumps or
All my
not?
pumps are
Your
AC
Your
powered.
air pumps. Your air pump.
Yeah, all my air pumps are AC powered. They run all the
Okay.
time. Yep.
Because I can imagine that would be a good little solar project to have.
I think
I-
he's already done that.
I have enough solar,
He's got
please.
so much solar. He's got so much solar that I'm
my
getting
gosh.
power from him in Florida.
I have 69 solar panels, and I'm adding more.
I have some sitting in the garage that need to be
Are
deployed.
you trying to give back
I
to
got
the
on the
grid?
estate sale.
I
So-
power my neighbors' houses fully. Yeah,
All right, hold
Okay.
on. We spun the wheel. It was water, not power, guys. Don't be
Sorry,
asking
guys.
about his solar.
I was talking about water.
No, you were. Okay, real quick on here. These are 3 things. Move this over real quick. 3 ways to clean the water. If you say, like, I've got a reservoir waterway back behind me. If I did need to go back and get it, you do need to clean and filter that stuff out. So these are the 3 ways you can do it. And you'll see that distillation is the only way to kill microbes and other contaminants such as heavy metals, salts, and other chemicals, most other chemicals. A lot of us consider, chlorination. I mean, that's what I do to retreat my water. I just chlorinate it again. But if I do have to use it, I would probably still boil and filter it. But just to keep it stored, I just keep retreating it. As long as I look in there and there's no algae and other buildup, I keep my water dark as I can and retreat it. But distillation, for those who may not know, is this simple process right here, where you've got a sloped surface here, lid, like a lid of the pot upside down with a cup, boiling the water, and the water goes up and collects on the lid and then drips with the slope into the cup, and that's distilled water. So that would be your ultimate. This takes longer, and of course takes fuel or a heat source, but that's your ultimate form of clean water. If you have to get it from some source that you don't trust, like Ziggy's beautiful well. Yeah, and it is 1 gallon a day for drinking, but as shoot, now I forgot who mentioned the three gallons. I had it up there.
3
Here it
gallons
is,
per.
Jason. So Jason, this is kind of a good thing to shoot for, 3 gallons a day, because you got to drink, cook, and clean, especially if you got that dehydrated water or freeze-dried food. I mean, you're going to need water for cooking and cleaning as well, showers, hygiene, all that kind of stuff. So this is a good number to shoot for. Why does this say no chat? Oh, never mind. That's on something else. Oh, you can buy distillers too. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Digital Rancher.
And they come in these like glass jars with like coil glass, and
Oh, cool.
the water will drip down the coil from the round container, and so
Yeah.
it heats up. The moisture goes up in a tube and then drips down like this coil, and then you got your source.
I
And
think of
lots-
distilling. I think back to what I just showed you guys, my Boy Scout days, where you dig a hole and you put it in there and can catch dew and moisture and stuff, which takes days to get a cup. But that's what I always think of.
So thoughts on reverse osmosis for purifying?
Personally, I like that. I used to have that under my counter, and I buy it now from the from Kroger and such. It's reverse osmosis. It's carbon filtered. It's UV filtered, and then I add minerals and alkaline to mine. I think if you're going to buy a filter system, personally, the under the counter one from Costco is under $200. I think reverse osmosis probably takes out the most.
And
my
Ziggy,
opinion.
I was about to share your screen, but you pulled it back.
Oh wow, look at that.
I got cheat
Okay.
codes.
Oh, hold on. Let
Oh.
me get that full
Switch over
screen
to
here.
him. There you go.
It's so complicated, guys. I don't even want to get into it, but
This looks like the YouTube videos I watch on people doing their own water supplies, man.
so here's my big vat, right? And then I don't have in picture all my bubblers, and then I have a pump manager right here, which is an
Mhm.
electronic device. And then both my pumps have low pressure cutoff switches on them. And then so here's my house pump, and then here's my water softening. Let's see, and then of course we have our bladder tanks, and then we've got our salt system over here, and oy vey. it is no
And you're
small task.
pulling
And when the water,
all of this.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, you're pulling all
No,
this water
no.
from your well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry.
No,
It's
it's
crazy.
fascinating. Thank you for sharing.
That's
that is-
awesome.
It's crazy.
I think
It's-
You
it's
need to make a
man.
video on
a
that.
lot. It's a lot to deal with. Like I said, I'm my own water management director.
I think
So
we were all
anyone-
really into what you were describing. I feel like I
Yeah.
cut you off.
Anyone use Microdyne a silver salt in the water and for soaking veggies? I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So a quick on that question about the reverse osmosis, because I didn't think it removed all 100%, and it doesn't when I Google reverse osmosis. But what it does do is removes the majority of that. And the RO system, the RO system, which is the one I had. A lot of times they combine them with a UV light, which is what they do at the Kroger. I think Walmart, other companies have that water blue something. And according to this, it says they'll combine osmosis with a UV light, which kills any remaining bacteria or viruses. So it sounds to me like a reverse osmosis system combined with UV light is your optimal method if you're looking for a way to just purify the water that you drink on the daily, I guess. And then to the other question, D, about re-adding the minerals, I buy a liquid mineral / alkaline balance that has the trace minerals that our body uses. And I get the 5-gallon things refilled at Kroger or Walmart. And it's like $2 or $1.80 or something. And then I'll put a teaspoon or so 1 teaspoon in, and it puts the minerals and alkaline back into the water. So when we drink it through our dispenser, it does have minerals and alkalinity.
So they sell that in 5-gallon containers at Kroger?
No, I don't. You can do the rental where you just borrow the container and just refill the water. But I bought 3 5-gallon containers, the square ones that go under my dispenser, and then I just go in and refill it whenever I want.
Yeah, but the minerals itself. What are you talking about there?
Oh, the minerals are just an Amazon product. I think I have
Okay.
it on my Amazon shop list, but
All right.
just
Put-
get a good quality one. The one I got also adds alkalinity to it, so
So
good reviews.
a digital rancher. So they usually use potassium and salt too. You got to be careful with potassium if you have kidney disease. I had a friend that had potassium blockers, and he was constantly having issues with his potassium level being too high when he was on dialysis. So something to think about there. But people who are on dialysis already know that.
Well, and that's the thing with anything we talk about with health, with food, right? Everybody has to look at their own situation. Even in preparedness in general, not everybody can go, like I said earlier, and drop $3,000 on a 2-year supply of food at Costco. So you've got to look at your situation and tailor your preparedness plan in every aspect to fit your needs. One of the first things you teach in a preparedness class is the basic plan, and then you got to tailor it to fit your needs. If you have
Right.
prescriptions, right, you got to make sure you have a plan for that. If you got a dog or a cat, you got to have plans for that. Whole house
So-
reverse osmosis. That's nice.
Yeah, Elle's gonna have to scoot.
Okay.
I got 3
thanks, Al.
dogs and 1 cat.
Yeah, you've got a plan for that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to drop.
All right.
But
Yeah,
bye, everyone. This is
thanks
cool.
for
I
joining,
like the
Al.
wheel. I love this concept. Y'all have a
All
good one.
right.
All right, take
care.
care, Elle. All right, bye bye.
Yeah, let's. I got the little notification from the YL, and so
It's time.
Yeah, it's 10:11. It's been a good, engaging conversation.
Yeah, it
here.
has been.
we could keep going. So maybe we do this. Maybe we do this if I don't think of a specific topic the next 3 weeks.
Maybe medical.
That sounds fine with me. In fact, I would not mind changing the first Sunday from not necessarily having planned out stuff, but a spend Sunday.
Well, the first 2 are supposed to be preparedness actually, but I started with the first one, then I was going to the first 2 to try to get more in, but the rest of the month will be preparedness. And then we'll, I might do a POTA or do some other videos, but preparedness topics for the next 3 weeks. Anything else on water?
Here's my bubbles.
I'm
If you
learning
guys
so
wanted
much.
to see my bubbles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Bubbles!
This is a earlier pick. I've got more hoses since then. I think this is on.
That's pretty cool, and that makes for a
Let me
clean
see, 1,
tank.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mhm.
6, yeah, six pumps going on this picture.
Yeah, I noticed our city has some fishing ponds, 2 or 3 fishing ponds, and every one of them has a fountain.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean,
just
normally when you go up
area-
to these, I'm sorry.
No, I was done.
Normally when you go up to these, these vats that people have for their wells, the purpose of this vat is to off gas, and I'm like, I don't have the patience. I need to speed this up. Let's supercharge this. So I started just adding and adding and adding. So I've got massive amounts of air running through my the water that before we ever touch it. My whole family, we drink the water straight from our well, and it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. No, I do not collect rainwater. Actually, rainwater's full of bacteria. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that, but believe it or not, it's true.
You got to
So
purify it.
Doc here is saying we use silver salts in Mexico and Haiti to wash the vegetables to kill off the amoebas and other bugs.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would be pretty cool.
All right, anything else on water? I'm just pulling
Good
some things up here.
conversations tonight, y'all.
Yeah,
Great conversations. I mean,
definitely learned a lot.
I did too. I want Ziggy
And that's
to
what I
put in
like
a
about all
little
this
for
is
me.
we can come together. I certainly don't have all the knowledge, right? Nobody has all the knowledge, but everyone's knowledge put together, people can learn from each other and utilize our community experience, skills, and knowledge to improve all of our preparedness plans.
Very true.
So why don't we wind this down? Let me she's gone, so let me go ahead and put her channel in there for L's channel. She's on frequency.
Great
then
channel, by the way.
While we got Ziggy up here, Ziggy, what do you got going on? Anything coming up?
Yes, sir.
Anything exciting you've recently posted?
Targeted comms, right? Hollywood has
Mhm.
trained me to be able to deploy. I learned how to use a compass, and not just a compass, but a mapping compass, right? So I know now that with my magnetic 6-degree offset, Europe is 50 degrees azimuth from me, and so I took 300 feet of wire and shot it at 50 degrees, and sat down with my manual tuner in the backyard. Turned it on, tuned up 15 meters on this 300 feet of wire that acts like a very directional beverage, and immediately got 5.9 from Italy, and I turned the radio off and I walked away.
Wow,
And I was like, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
amazing when you
pretty
point
good.
the antenna the right direction, how well it works.
So that's going to be the next one. I'm still working on trying to crank out this NMO maintenance video, and I have to I've started over. I've started over on that one because it's so boring, guys. It's just like painful. It's maintenance, right? Let's talk about maintenance, right?
Mhm.
So, but anyway,
I
All
wasn't
right.
even glad to do that
Always
video.
interesting on Ziggy's channel.
75
Um,
on my
Very
hand.
true.
Let's go to. I'm just going to rotate around here.
I got a
Clockwise.
lot of lives on my channel, guys. Not so many videos, but just the lives. And you know what I noticed the other day? I was going through all my lives. I'm like, oh wow, half of them are with Hollywood. So you got to
Yeah,
go check
Hollywood.
that out.
Hollywood's on a lot.
Yeah.
And Hollywood's great too. So always good when he's on too.
So
Douglas, you got something coming up? I know you got something you're going to be building soon.
I'm going to be building another shelf, except out of plywood, for over here. And I'm going to use it, instead of mounting it directly to the wall like I did this one, I'm going to use a French cleat for it. Just to have more storage over there. I had my solar charge controller. I'm going to put it, so I just moved it over to the south wall, which is the wall I'm facing, so that I can actually have space. And then I'm thinking of clearing a lot of this out and, putting up bigger shelves in there for more storage. For also putting, more prep stuff in here, so I keep it out of the house. And put plywood up, the Andmore side of the channel.
Yep, he's been building up his little QTH there, building his own shelves and such. So check his channel out. I just posted that one.
Thank you, sir.
John, what say you?
Let's see what's coming up on my channel. For those of you guys who don't know, I've got a small little channel, WTF Radio, where I talk about what the freak radio is.
in
I know
Mississippi.
it's various aspects. I finally did get a POTA video, sort of. As I've ran through things, I found it didn't tape everything. So,
Whoops.
It happens
Yeah.
to us all, man. It happens to us all.
okay, so basically, instead of failing the POTA, I failed the video, which, hey, at least I got the POTA, right? But I'm still kind of working on that video a little bit. Add some things to it. Did some more things to the truck, so getting more videos of that, and I'll eventually shoot a full video for the truck soon on version 1. Well, version 2 technically. But that's all I got coming up.
And Sean, I watched your POTA TikTok, and I got so excited watching that.
Very
It was a
good.
fun short too.
And freaking Mississippi, I loved it. I loved it. I mean, that was great.
All right, we're going to
Sorry,
close it
Texas,
out with
Mississippi
Michael.
did it for me.
Thanks
So,
for having me, Paul.
Hey, thanks for joining,
All right,
Ziggy. I always
Ziggy.
love having you on,
So-
brother.
Thanks, Ziggy. So last week we worked on a repeater, and I premiered that video today. I actually was debating whether to play that video or not, and had kind of a rough night last night. Let's just say that. So I didn't do the editing last night, but I did get the video out. We did a little thing with the City of Corinth. They played the movie Twisters. I have not seen the movie Twisters yet. Okay. Because I know how accurate it is. But it's still probably an entertaining movie. Huh?
Still a fun movie.
It's worth
It is.
watching.
Okay. I got to watch it. But this next weekend, we're doing the Emergency Preparedness Fair. We'll be out there with the county, state government will be there. I'm sure some federal government agencies, NGOs will be out there. But if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's going to be at from 11 to 2 at the Commissioner's Court building in Denton County. It's going to be in Denton. Just look it up. It's easy to find. And great resources out there. I'll be out there on behalf of Aries, and we'll be promoting the area clubs as well. So I'll do a little video on that as well, because there's some great resources out there. You just gotta grab onto them. So
All right, very good. Well, that's going to wind it down for tonight. Thanks everyone for joining. I want to thank all the people who have joined, memberships, super chats, gifts. I took the music out because it was just too loud. So here are Razorbacks, or Hogs, or Piglets, guys, and it is updated finally. Thanks, guys. appreciate all the amazing support. Never thought it would have gotten to this, and look forward to more and more Ragchew crews coming together, discussing things. And now I can play the reason that I brought a new video meme on, and that was for this.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
So
Cookie.
that's why I initially brought that on, but I screwed the joke up because I didn't have the right setting. But thanks everybody, and everybody say goodbye.
Bye, y'all.
Adios.
Bye, guys. See you next week.